Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. This is your Z107.7 local news for Sunday, May 12th, 2024. Dedicated to acquiring, preserving, and protecting sacred native land, the Native American Land Conservancy recently celebrated their 25-year anniversary. In the wake of acquiring their most recent land back, a shaded creek deep in the Morongo Valley, reporter Gabriel Hart volunteered to tend to their land last Friday, and while on a break, he chatted with NALC Education and Stewardship Program Manager Liz Page. Here with that story is reporter Gabriel Hart.
You're listening to the soothing creek running through the former Sherman Shady Springs, a private property hidden deep in Morongo Valley, whose previous owner reached out to the NALC to sell the land once he learned it was sacred tribal territory.
But going back a little further than that, this is a Serrano area. So each of these locations where springs are, where you have a lot of good coverage, a lot of water, a lot of resources. Those were traditionally areas where we would, or any Native Indigenous group that was traveling through the area, because this is a shared traditional territory. Yohaviatam, Mojave, Kauai, Chemehuevi, we all pass through here. So these areas are identified traditionally in songs for over generations.
Originally from the Coachella Valley, Page got involved with the NALC after years of leading guided hikes to educate people on ancestral lands, which led her to volunteering with the Friends of the Desert Mountains, Whitewater Preserve, and the MDLT, the latter which got her more comfortable working in the high desert, leading to her current position as NALC's Education and Stewardship Program Manager. Currently focusing on the future of the Morongo Valley shaded creek bed. When asked what the objective for the land is, Page replied,
"But making it more productive of our medicine and our food." So what we see here, we have stands of mesquite in the area. There's a lot of different medicine plants that we have available here, and mostly a gathering area for not only Native folks, but also an educational area. So this, what you see, is going to be an educational center where we'll host either workshops, lecture series, events. You know, if somebody feels compelled to be married here, I don't want to turn them away. Like, that would be wonderful. And then personally, I'm a basket weaver, so I want to have a resource here so I can bring my fellow weavers up here and we can have weaving circles, and I think it'll be wonderful.
Page reminds us of the importance of planting native species. As part of the work at the spring, we'll be removing the non-native orchards planted by the previous owner.
Mostly some orchards of non-native species that drink a lot of water, and of course native plants they just take what they need. They don't require anymore all these irrigation lines and things like that. We're going to be taking those out.
Page will be taking volunteers at the spring every other Friday, May 17th and May 31st from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and will continue into the summer at a possibly earlier time on Saturdays to beat the heat. Reporting for Z107.7, this is Gabriel Hart.
Thanks, Gabe. You can find volunteer information alongside some photos at this story at Z107.7fm.com. And that's your news for Sunday. Reporting for Z107.7 News, I'm Robert Hayden.